Hello, welcome back, or welcome in general. Really good to, well, I'm not seeing you, you're seeing me, but I'll still extend the courtesy that it's really nice to see you. Um, Again, before I start, this is a rudiment video. As the title says, we're working on sevens. So we're working on the 7-stroke roll here. If you like all this content so far, slam that subscribe button, please. I know you always hear it. Everybody says subscribe. It really helps me out. It does, though. So if you like it, if you're into this, if you're as nerdy as I am about the drums, whack that subscribe button. There's videos 2 or 3 times a week, you know, in the middle and at the end of every week. So we're gonna get into this 7. Now you've got a few different ways you can approach this. You can lead with the diddle, or you can lead with the accent, and following on from that, you've got starting with your left hand, and you've got starting with your right hand. Now, obviously, I just did that topsy-turvy. Started with your right hand, started with your left hand. There we go. I'm losing all credibility. I have no idea what left and right is. So, we're going to take it slow, we'll break it down, and we'll go through this. 7-stroke roll, starting with the diddles on the right hand. So this is for all you right-hand drummers out there. So, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Accent is on the left hand. So whatever you lead, the accent will be on the opposite hand. This sticking does not alternate, as it's an odd number in that capacity. You can add a cheeky grace note. So if you were to do it, it would go right, right, left, left, right, right, accent, right, ghost. That would allow you to set up to play it. That would allow you to play it as an alternating sticking. However, you would technically be doing an 8-stroke roll, because there are 8 strokes in there, and the puritanical nerds, such as myself, would probably say, hang on a minute, that's an 8-stroke roll. If you're doing the grace note really convincingly, you would get away with kind of what would turn out, in a sense, to be an 8-stroke roll with a 7-stroke roll kind of feel, if you see my point. Because if that ghost note is barely even there, then you are really only hitting that accent every 7 with those diddles beforehand. So it'll sound like a 7, but it'll be a cheeky secret that we all know it's an actual 8-stroke, because you've got that 8th stroke in there. So here we go. Starting slow. Pause the video. Don't go any farther forward. Don't go ahead. Pause it. Really, really settle in with that, because odd stickings like 7s, 5s, 9-stroke rolls, the 13, they are a bit discombobulating. They're a bit uneasy. It kind of feels like an egg is trying to roll down the hill almost, but not in any kind of decent time. So count it out loud. When you say 7, fun little helpful tip is you say sev. It's easier to get out when you're getting at a certain speed. So counting out loud, your brain will tell your hands what to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can see how that's a bit of a mission right there, but being able to do that will really cement the highway that is between your brain and your limb, your appendages. So picking that up. Right, and obviously what you do with one, you have to do with the other. Or lefties, sorry, I didn't mean to negate you there. You're starting on the left side, so your accent is in the right hand. So again, we're counting this out slow. Don't forget to sit nice and tall, nice upright. You should be, I think I've done a video, well in fact I know I've done a video before this. You should be in about 10% of your stool. So 10% out of all of your stool is the only bit that gets used. So maybe have a word with these drum stool companies and say, well actually, why am I paying you so much money? I'm only actually going to be using about 15 pounds worth of this kit. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah? So, picking it up a bit. So that's how that one is if we're leading those 7 strokes with the diddles. Now if you want to be a little bit more, not necessarily bourgeois, but if you want to give it a different feel, because that obviously has accent at the end of the sticking, at the end of the pattern. So that is a farther away accent. So if you want to bring the accent to the front, to the forefront of everything, you're coming down, right hand lead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Haha. See? We're all in this together. So here we go. Pick it up. So, that is your 7. Now obviously we alternate that and swap it over. So, this has a myriad, look at that, drum nerd, English language nerd, this has a myriad of applications. You can be putting those accents on the toms. You can have one of the diddles on that accent tom with you, or you can bring them back to the snare. You can add a bass drum before the accent, so you get a bit of a, there's a bit of a bit more of a urgency. It gives it a bit of an bit of a push. You could do everything with it. You could put the bass drum underneath that accent. I don't have them, but you could put those on cymbals. A good way to kind of close out a song in a huge kind of fashion, where you're going across and your diddles are on the snare and your accents are on those cymbals there. So it could even be beats. I'm not going to do that here. I'll do that at an actual acoustic kit, because none of them really do it justice when it's on all these wonderfully tuned and tonal resonant drums that are these rubber pads. So we've gone about 7 minutes on the 7-stroke roll, so we might as well wrap it up there. Again, hopefully you've enjoyed this. It's really fun to look at all these different rudiments, and you never know when you're going to need one. You never know when you're going to whip it out, and that situation might call for it, and you'd better be prepared than not, right? So always do your rudiments. Hopefully you check out some other of the videos that I've done here. I've got a bunch of other rudiments, and I'm going to be doing a bunch more in the future. But keep on it, and practice slow, build it up, and you'll get there. It's not about speed, it's the journey. The journey is the exciting part. It's learning something new. So stay with it and enjoy. That's the 7.